Welcome back, everyone, to Searching for Faith. We are going to continue our series of videos where we go through my psalm study, my notes, and just insights and thoughts that I have on those particular psalms. I appreciate your patience with me filming these particular videos in this format as opposed to landscape format, because I am sharing some of these insights as well on shorts and Instagram reels. It just makes it easier to initially film them in this format. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. Okay, so in this particular installment, we are going to be going through Psalms 6 through 9. I will link below my playlist of all of our Psalms study insights if you'd like to watch all the videos in this series. Okay, guys, so we're going to start with Psalm 6. Psalm 6 is a prayer for healing. All right, penitential, and hopefully I'm saying that right, penitential psalms in which the speaker deals with his sin. Okay, so I have some zigzag lines here. So first we're going to start with verses 1 through 3. Is a complaint of psalmist and is life-threatening. So it's like not just God be with me, I'm struggling with, with something simple, it's something serious. Yahweh, heal me, for my bones are troubled. My soul is also in great anguish. But you, Yahweh, how long? Return, Yahweh, deliver my soul. So it's like it's serious, I guess is the right way to put it. In verses 4 through 5, for in death there is no memory of you, and Sheol, I never know how to pronounce it. Who shall give you thanks? These verses are psalmist's death will diminish the praise due to God. So basically he's saying that if I die, who will praise you? He's basically saying, like, he's essentially negotiating with God by saying, God, if I die, you will receive less praise. But if I survive, I will worship you always, is essentially like what he's saying. Let's see. Your loving kindness. Let's see. So section 5 here, presenting the reasons why God should answer his prayer, not bargaining, it's covenant faith. So basically God made a covenant with David, and he's saying, I will only be able to fulfill my end of the deal of this covenant with you if you save my soul, if you save my life. Sheol is the abode of the dead. So in Sheol, who will give you thanks? So it's saying, if I'm dead and I'm gone and I'm in the abode of the dead, who will give you thanks? Who will praise you? Your loving kindness sake, also as steadfast love, patient endurance, true to the end. And then it gives, there were other penitential psalms. I listed all the other ones. So other penitential psalms are Psalm 6, 32, 38, 51, 69, 102, and 130. So those are all of the ones that you will find that are like this. Okay. And then 8 through 10 is a shift from complaint to praise. So depart from me, all you workers of iniquity, for Yahweh has heard the voice of my weeping. Yahweh has heard my supplication. Yahweh accepts my prayer. May all my enemies be ashamed and dismayed. They shall turn back. They shall be disgraced suddenly. Yeah, he's essentially starting the psalm out by saying, I'm in dire need. Like I am struggling. I may die, literally. Lord, and then kind of like a petition, Lord, save me. If I'm not saved, who will praise you? Who will give you thanks? And then transitioning to God has heard me. God will answer my prayer, and praising God for it. Let's see. Psalm 7 is a meditation by David, which he sang to Yahweh concerning the words of Cush the Benjamite. It's saying Cush may be unknown origin. One of my study Bibles said that. This is a prayer for deliverance from enemies. So, verse 2, lest they tear apart my soul like a lion, ripping it in pieces while there is no one to deliver. This is the psalmist's enemy, a fierce subhuman predator. Let's see. Verse 5, let the enemy pursue my soul and overtake it. Yes, let him tread my life down to the earth. Earth and dust are synonyms for Sheol, abode of the dead. So these can also refer to death. Verse 5, self-curse or vows were viewed with great seriousness in ancient Israel. So for him to be like cursing himself to death, that's like a big deal for him to say those words. Verses 6 through 11, God convenes his court for judgment. So lex talionis, I'm probably saying that wrong, or measure for measure, justice. Once again, I think it kind of goes back to that equivalent retribution that we talked about before. The evil that the wicked plan for others will come back on them. And then there's a reference here to Esther 7, 9 through 10, what happened to Mordecai. Let's see. Verse 14, behold, he travails with iniquity. There's a connecting verse to Isaiah 59, 4. And this section 12 through 14 is God arms himself for battle. And then it says points not only to Yahweh's supremacy, but also to his association with Israel. And then this last section right here, I will give thanks to Yahweh according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Yahweh Most High. Praise of the divine name. In Hebrew culture, name refers to the nature or character of a person. In praising Yahweh's name, the focus will be on his attributes and what they mean to the people of God. All right, and Psalm 8 is a praise of the Creator. So in verses 1 and 2, Yahweh, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. From the lips of babes and infants, you have established strength. This is a psalm or hymn that echoes the creation account in Genesis 1. Verses 4 through 9 or 4 through 8, there's a reference to Genesis 1:28 here. This is the royal status of human beings with dominion over subhuman creation. And crowned him with glory and honor. Humans are endowed with divine glory and honor. We are made in the image of God. Let's see. All right, here we are into Psalm 9 and 10. So those are the only notes I have, this little section right here on Psalm 8. We do have some references to Hebrew 2, 7 through 9, 1 Corinthians 15, 27, and Ephesians 1, 22 here, though. I'm not sure if this applies to Psalm 8 or 9. I should have clarified that. All right, so acrostic poem. And I think I mentioned this in Psalm 10, but that 9 and 10 are one psalm. They're separated, but they're essentially one together because it is an acrostic poem where each verse begins with the letter of the Hebrew alphabet in alphabetical order, 9 and 10 together. They're separated, but they're really one psalm. According to Muthlabin, song The Death of the Sun. I'm not sure what that note means, but I wrote it down, so it must be important. Here is a set to The Death of the Sun, a psalm by David. Let's see. So, even when God delays in answering prayers or does not answer, he is still dealing faithfully with his people for their ultimate well-being. Let's see. If God always answered prayer automatically, his worshipers would experience little development of their faith. Let's see. Continuing. Zion is the mountain on which the city of Jerusalem is built. Jerusalem is frequently called the daughter of Zion. Meditation is a deep thought or reflection upon some truth or supposition by God's people is a relevant act of worship. I will rejoice in your salvation in the gates of the daughter, ideal place to testify to Lord's deliverance. And it is daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in your salvation in the gates of the daughter of Zion. So in the gates of Jerusalem. Let's see. Sheol, again, remember, is the abode of the dead. And then, and I wrote a note here that says a Thanksgiving link to element. Okay, yeah. So that's why they separated it. So I couldn't remember why they separated it. So you have Psalm 9 and Psalm 10, which are really all kind of supposed to be read together. But Psalm 9 is a thanksgiving and it's linked to Psalm 10, which is a lament. So that's what that is referring to. Okay, and I will go ahead and do 10, even though I already did 10 in the other video, just because Psalm 9 and 10 are supposed to be done together. 10 is, here it says, why do you stand far off, Yahweh? God's hiddenness and distance, quiet deity. It's a motif used to explain how evil triumphs in the presence of a good, powerful God. And it's definitely a question that we all have. Everybody always asks the same question. Why does God feel silent? Why does God feel distant? Why does God let bad things happen? It is a very, very common question that believers and non-believers ask on a regular basis. So verse 2, in arrogance, the wicked hunt down the weak. They are caught in the schemes that they devise. Generalized so that the psalm could be used by worshipers in a variety of difficult situations. Verses 2 through 7, their sin is a disregard for the law of God, and its effect is injustice. And then verse 4, let's read 4. The wicked in the pride of his face has no room in his thoughts for God. And this is the indifference of the wicked to God and his law. 8 through 11 is, or 7 through 11 is ambush and assault against the helpless. And then 12 through 14 is the wicked claim that God does not care about human affairs, but God is attentive to the helpless. And then verses 15 through 18, the destruction of the wicked and support of the oppressed by the divine king. So those are all the notes that I have on 10. Like I said, I let myself overlap a little because 9 and 10 are supposed to go together. So those are all of my notes and insights on Psalms 6 through 10. And like I said, I will link below my whole playlist. The first one that I did was Psalms 10 through 15. And then I've also done 1 through 5 as well at the time of filming this. But if you're seeing this later on, we may have more in that playlist. But if you are enjoying these Psalms, overviews, reviewing my notes and insights on the Psalms that I'm studying in my Spiral Bible, then definitely hit that like button. And if you would like to follow along with me on this spiritual journey to discover my faith and my whats and my whys in regard to my beliefs in our Christian God, then definitely hit that subscribe button. We do lots and lots of Bible study related things here. We do some hot topics on Christian subjects, lots of digging into Bible study kinds of videos. So if you like all of that, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Okay, guys, I hope you have an amazing weekend if you're watching this on a Friday. And yeah, I am so thankful for all of you. So I hope you have a great next few days. And don't forget that God has not forgotten you, and we are in this together, and I'm here for you. Okay, guys, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Okay, bye.